Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Next Level Broadcasting presentation of East Jordan Red Devil Athletics. I'm Shane Smith, joined alongside, of course, by my good friend and trusty partner, Jared Stamen. Jared, welcome into the broadcast. Good to have you here. You're obviously quite familiar with East Jordan basketball and football, of course, over the last few months you've been working with them, so I'm happy to have you here, join alongside of me. And, of course, we always have fun when we're together, too. At least I'd like to think.
Oh, I would agree with you, Shane.
So we've got a good game here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A battle at the top of the Ski Valley Conference. Both these teams coming in with at least 4 wins on the season so far to begin. And the Lakes with a 4-0 start. And then they went 0-2 as of the last couple of games with a 59-43 road loss to Harbor Light Christian. And then another loss there to Mansalona. Final score there was 62-40. Jared, you know a little bit more about East Jordan's success. I'll let you take care of that side of the court.
Well, yeah, thank you, Shane, for the warm intro. And, yeah, for the Red Devils, you know, they've been looking pretty good so far this season, Shane. You know, they're 5-1 on the overall season. You know, only one loss. On that one loss, I was actually here for that game with the legendary Tom Clemens for those Boyne City Ramblers folks. They've heard his name over the PA for decades and decades at this point. But 5-0 in conference, so they're actually sitting at the top of the Ski Valley Conference right now. And they've looked pretty hot. I mean, William Webb, Malpas, Max Beal. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, they just have a talented squad, and there's a reason that they're sitting at the top of the conference. And, you know, we've had the Christmas break. Everyone's had their fair share of holidays, but now it's time to get back into ball, Shane. And Central Lake, Inland Lake. I think they're looking hungry tonight. You know, they're on the road to start this game in their 2026 season, and I don't know, Shane. I think that we might be in brew for an upset tonight.
Well, it's a close battle there at the top of the conference between the 3 teams that we've been talking about. In the Lakes, third right now, 4-1 conference record. Mansalona right there with them at 4-1 as well. And then East Jordan at the top right now, undefeated, 5-0. So big game here for Inland Lakes to try and take off the top of the mountain and really try and make a statement here in the first third of the season. We're going to send it away here down to the floor for a moment for the national anthem and be back on the other side of this. Alrighty, as we come into this one, we'll get underway with your starting lineups. As I try to untighten our tripod, there we go. Apologies there. Beginning with the visiting Bulldogs. Number 2, Mason Green. Coming up behind him, number 10, Landon Perkins. Following behind him, number 23, Xander Robinson. And now we've got number 12, Andre Bradford, coming to the floor. And last but not least, number 33, Tanner Howard, to take care of the starting 5 here for your Bulldogs. Visiting about 45 minutes up the road. Jared, back over here we go to your favorite East Jordan Red Devils.
Oh, yeah.
They truly are. I think your favorite team that we cover here at Next Level Broadcasting.
Oh, without a doubt, Shane. Well, we got star number 0 running back for the football folks out there.
That's right.
Senior Max Beal. Number 2, we've got the standout wide receiver, number 2, Brady Wilson, Jr. And to complete the trifecta for football, William Webb at number 3, Jr., the quarterback. And kind of the quarterback of the offense, the point guard.
And that's a dangerous trio right there on the football field.
Absolutely. Number 30, Hadley McCafferty, senior. Very impressed by his play, Shane. Got to watch out for him.
All right.
And one of the most well-known families in East Jordan, Ellis Malpas, number 4, also a senior. To complete your starting lineup for your East Jordan Red Devils.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, strap yourselves into your lazy chairs, buckle up to your couches, and get ready for what should be a great game here at the top of the Ski Valley Conference. Again, both of these teams just one win apart there for the top ranking. Inland Lake's looking to tie things up here and take East Jordan off the top of the mountain. East Jordan's been strong here in their opening 2 years of Ski Valley play. Inland Lakes hanging right there with them, as well as Mansalona. 3 great teams sitting at the top, 2 of them playing here tonight right on your screens at home. And away we go. East Jordan will win the tip thanks to Mr. Malpas. We'll have William Webb here taking care of the duties early, setting up the troops down there. Looking for a man, fires this one off. Ellis Malpas not able to get that one to go in. That'll stop the clock as we will get it going for you. There we are. Simple knock out of bounds. East Jordan with it back here. Just Jared Stamen and I running the production tonight, so bear with us as we get things underway. Up and away, the 3 ball to begin. That one's just off the window, no good by Max Beal. Bulldogs will have the possession here for the first time this evening after 45 seconds gone by. No good there on that shot. Okay, we're oh, a little computer issue here. We're all set, ladies and gentlemen. Inland Lakes did get the first points of the game. There we are, my goodness. Spinning around, putting it up. 2 more points on the board. This time it'll be Tanner Howard taking care of business.
Yeah, nice find under the rim there for the Bulldogs. And East Jordan, you're not going to win games if you're going to let someone wide open under the rim.
Webb here once again, getting things passed back around. He'll take it back around the top of the arc. Malpas thought about it, flings it back over to Webb. He'll work the baseline, put it up, not strong enough. Good defensive effort there by Inland Lakes. We'll bring it right back the other way. You know, Jared, you kind of talked about this. It'll be a shaky game here for East Jordan. Inland Lakes hungry for that win, and they're starting out 4-0, almost 6-0 there, as Robinson not able to make the connection.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop there. 6-0 is not the way you want to start your first couple minutes.
Webb driving it in. That is a charge.
Wow. Can't lie, I'm a little surprised with that call there, but gotta play the way they would call it.
That's right. So that'll be the first foul of the game for either team. 2.5 minutes into the game.
You know, something we did not mention, number 23, Xander Robinson, is actually a sophomore, Shane, playing varsity minutes, playing significant varsity minutes, being a starter.
And this Inland Lakes team has been well known over the years to bring up a lot of young talent, as another big 3, this time drained by Inland Lakes, Mr. Robinson once again. So that'll be a timeout taken here by East Jordan.
Well, we mentioned his name, and, well, he made it well known whether we wanted to or not. Nice corner 3 find there. Shane.
Yeah.
What are you? I can't lie. I mean, I did say I was feeling brewing a bit of an upset, but I mean, it's kind of like East Jordan doesn't come out to play. I mean, we saw William Webb go up, miss that contested layup, which I would say he makes more often than he misses. It's one shot. Can't panic. But I mean, calling a timeout with less than 3 minutes played, not the way that Tim Smith wants his Devils to be playing.
No, that's why I took that timeout, trying to get everybody settled down. I think, everybody had a snow day today, so maybe just trying to get the rust knocked off. And we'll just see how things go. Big game. Obviously, Inland Lakes came in here probably a little hungrier than East Jordan for that win. East Jordan undefeated in conference play, feeling pretty confident about themselves. We'll get their world rocked a little bit, but a nice reverse there by Malpas. Gets the first points on the board, 3 minutes to go into the game.
Yeah, a guy that has not been as involved as he'd like to be, so seeing that bucket go in early for him is a really good sign, especially after a timeout.
Working in for 2 more, Mr. Green.
Mason Green just hard-nosed to the bucket. You got to make him play paint defense.
Yes, indeed. Thought about taking that 3. Beal works it all the way in instead. Too much power off the window, but they're on the cleanup job. Hadley and McCafferty.
McCafferty, he does all the dirty work. As Steely Dan says. I mean, he really is there, is cleaning up all the mistakes, getting offensive rebounds, getting putbacks. The unsung hero on this talented roster.
So back to a 5-point differential. East Jordan trying to get it back within 1 possession, but a nice job there. Andre Bradford knocks one in off the glass. 11-4.
And that was pretty good defense there by McCafferty. Just a better shot by Bradford. Rising up over the extended arm.
Beal working this one back to Webb. It's been all inside shots made so far here for the Red Devils. Webb thought about it. He'll work the baseline instead. Finds a lot of trouble between Green and Bradford. McCafferty with it now. And back up top we go to reset. 3-bomb up and away, in and out from Max Beal. Right back into the hands of Mr. Bradford, and the Bulldogs we go.
Yeah, good shot there by Beal. Open, you got to let it spring. He can get hot.
And a 3 from way downtown. Watch out. Mason Green is hot tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
3 steps behind the arc, drills it in with a clean swish.
He's been making good passes and making good shots. I mean, he's a man on a mission tonight, Shane.
He is. That's how this team feels right now, this Bulldog squad. Up by 10. And another turnover here in the miscue. Green taking this all the way in. He'll draw actually a charge there.
Yeah, Shane, I did think that was a charge.
Yeah.
I believe it was Webb got in good legal guarding position there, and Green just a little frantic after that steal to make a big play. He's feeling himself tonight, and, well, for a good reason.
No doubt about it. We'll have our first substitution of the night here for East Jordan. Griffin Boyer comes onto the floor. Gives Malpas a rest here for a few. 2:46 to go in the first quarter. Wilson here trying to make something work. Sends it back up top. That'll be once again along the baseline here with Webb. Pass up top to Beal. Round we go. Not much doing inside the paint so far in recent minutes for East Jordan. Just as I say that, Beal finally finds a lane, works one in, kisses it off the window. We're back to an 8-point affair.
Beautiful hop step there by Beal. A lost art of the hop step, as Eric Hoffman knows. One of my favorite things, lost arts, that you don't really see very many players do.
Yeah, well, they made it work there. Not able to get that one to fall was Mr. Robinson once again. Trying to do a bit of the same thing there. This will be Webb here commanding his troops down there on the floor. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 14-6 still. Beal working around the arc. Finds Boyer. Again, great perimeter defense here on the last few possessions by Inland Lakes. So Beal tries to make him pay for it from beyond the arc. Not able to get that one to go in the hole. And that will remain Inland Lakes ball.
A good poke out by Beal.
Yeah.
Looked like Bradford might have had a clear lane to the basket. Gave his defense a chance to recover, catch their breath, and try and get a defensive stop. They've not come too often so far in this first quarter, Shane. I mean, we've only got 1:28 left, and It's been offense for the Bulldogs.
Trevor Ennis makes his first appearance as well in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, watch out for him from the perimeter. He's a guy that can light it up from three.
East Jordan could use that right now as Green just a hair off the mark there. Into the hands of Boyer, fighting for it just to get it here to this half of the court. That'll be a foul coming up here this time against Inland Lakes. Rightfully so, a lot of contact against William Webb. That foul will be against Green, his second now, so he may have to take a rest on the bench here as we still have a minute to go in the first quarter, and he already has 2 fouls, and he's been their most productive player so far in the ball game.
Yeah, he's been productive, but if I'm Coach Brian Newman, I'm telling him to settle down a little bit. He is playing super, super antsy. I mean, he's, I think, feeling the pressure. They lost their last 2 games. They're trying to make a statement, and you're the best guy. You got to lead by example.
Well said there, Jared. Of course, you want to be the GM of a franchise yourself someday. As William Webb works that one in. Back to a 2-possession game, as far apart as 10 points here to begin this one. Trying his hand at things, got that one poked away. Tanner Howard, no. They'll say that was all on his own.
Yeah, he just lost the ball there trying to get to the rim. They started out so hot, but now they're kind of just playing a little sloppy, trying to play with this elite pace and presence, and it's just doing a little bit too much.
Just under 30 seconds for the Red Devils to try their hand at this end of the court here and get it back hopefully to 4 points or so, as Beal does his level best there, not able to get it to fall. Back the other way. Xander Robinson with it. Finds Perkins, around the corner we go. Elijah Perkins puts that one up off the heel, no good. 4 seconds here for Beal to try and get something off. It'll be a half-court heave. Close, but no cigar.
Oh, I thought he might have had that,
yeah,
Shane.
That was close. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first quarter in the books here. 14-8 is the score. We're going to step aside for a brief moment. Come back after a word from a couple of our sponsors. Stay tuned.
EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
And here we are coming back into this one. A great game to begin. Yeah, 22 points combined already between the two teams through the first 8 minutes of this one.
Well, I mean, to start those first 4 to 5 minutes, I mean, the Bulldogs were on another level. I mean, they couldn't do no wrong. Mason Green, the front man of that, he's got the 2 fouls. We see him back on the court right now. And, I think Coach was just telling him to take a breath. And this whole team just take a breath. You had that nice start, and you don't have to keep it going right away. You can get back into it, and you just don't want to let this team get the East Jordan team get too ready on offense.
Well, a good defensive stand here to begin. Griffin Boyer strips that one away. Going up strong, but getting it blocked there from Xander Robinson. Back the other way, that was Mr. Ennis there trying to make the bucket.
Good find.
Yes, and another 3, this time from Landon Fenstermaker.
And that's what Mason Green does. Draws in the defense, finds the open man, plays the point guard at an excellent rate.
Fenstermaker, you might say, was able to make quite the fence around him as there was nobody nearby to block that 3.
No, he was in no man's land, and really in, I guess, open man's land.
Yeah. And the answer back from Mr. Trevor Ennis, just like you called, Jared.
Yeah,
Watch out on him from the perimeter.
6 man of the year kind of guy, gets minutes off the bench, and is a great offensive weapon to spark some offense.
17-11. Anybody's ball game. Green puts one up. That one goes in and out. Able to come away with the rebound, Mr. Webb.
Yeah, even though he missed that, that double team left him wide open.
Malpas tries his hand, 2 for 2 at this end of the court now for East Jordan. Ennis, now Malpas, and we're back within 3.
Well, basketball's a game of runs, Shane.
That's
Start
right.
out in a 7-0 run, and next thing you know, you're on the receiving end of a 6-0 run.
That's why basketball has to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite sports to call, because of the momentum change so easily. Football, it's tough to get that, but in basketball, you see one ball go in the basket, that can change your momentum the rest of the game.
Yeah, Uncle Mo is not very faithful.
That's right. And that one goes well up and over by Beal.
Yeah.
So that'll stymie the momentum here for a moment. 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first half. 17-14. There's 14-4 midway through the first quarter. East Jordan slowly chipping away. Not before another 3 attempt. That one bounces off the front of the iron. No good from Landon Fenstermaker. Good rebound here by Boyer.
The Bulldogs are passing with a purpose, finding the open man consistently.
Oh, the alley-oop dunk, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see that?
Wow, Shane.
That is how you get the crowd on their feet. My goodness me. Wish we had the replay on that one. Wow.
Well, that's a play that I'm not going to forget anytime soon.
No.
I mean, great find there, finding the big man. And we know he's got the leap ability. You see it anytime you watch this team warm up. He's in there trying out different dunk packages. And, well,
we were hoping to see him there when we did that game together in Joburg. Never got the chance, but that was an electric moment right there.
Well, this is what you expect from Malpas. He's got 7 points now.
Yeah.
And, I think the first game I watched against Boyne City, he didn't put up any points. A lot of foul trouble. And Big Jack Van Zee, for those Boyne City Ramblers fans, know he's a force to be reckoned with under the rim. And then in that Joburg game, he never really got going either. So I think this break was just good for him, getting his groove back, getting back in the gym. And, well, I think we've seen it early, Shane. I think that's safe to say.
If that isn't his groove, I'd be afraid to see what is. Let me tell you what. Back within 1 point here after a nice 6-0 run in the last about 2 minutes by East Jordan. So we get things back under our feet, get our breath back under control after that. My goodness, that one knocked out of bounds. That will stay here at this end of the court. Got a nice student section as well here for East Jordan, keeping the atmosphere loud and lively. Always good to have.
Yeah, the East Jordan community is very much backing this team, and for very good reason.
Oh, of course. Green here looking to try his hand, works his way into the paint, tries to dump it off, knocked away. There's Beal getting it in control. And Webb sends it down court, up and away the 3. Not able to get that one to go, Mr. Brady Wilson.
I like that shot by Brady, though.
Yeah.
Shooting it in transition, you got the open shot, no one's on you. Let it swing. You got the momentum. Even though you're still even down 1 point, surprisingly. You'd think the way this game's looked recently with the highlights and excitement that they'd be up, but they're still fighting for the first lead of the game, Shane.
Yeah. Down by 10. Takes some good work here, especially against a team the likes of the Lakes, and that ball will stay fair as it bounces off the ref.
Well, that's a lucky break for those Bulldogs.
No kidding. And that'll be a travel. Green just dragged, I don't know what to say. Dragged his toe a little bit there, and that's enough to get the old travel. As you see Tom Johnson out there reffing for the games. Of course, great to see him. I've seen him out on the court for years, and it's nice to have him still out here. 4:50 to go in the half. Good find inside to Malpas. The patience. Not able to get the bucket, but he will be rewarded with 2 shots at the charity stripe.
Yeah, and somehow we've first time seen been a pretty physical game, but first time we're going to see anyone shooting those free throws. And, I mean, I think you're a East Jordan fan. You're happy to see Malpas there. I mean, he's flirting with double digits already.
First one falls off, yeah. Xander Robinson tagged with his first foul. Again, only 1 foul per team here in the opening 3 minutes and almost 3.5 minutes of this quarter.
I love when the refs let them play.
Yeah.
I think it's been a clean game, in addition, but you got to let these young men play.
There you go. Made the correction, clean switch. And we, Jared, have a tie ball game.
Well, East Jordan had a chance to take the lead there, but I'm sure they're okay with it being tied.
Mm-hmm. Oh, young man Robinson thought about it with the 3, takes it into the paint instead. Gets a nice banker there on the layup. 19-17.
They needed someone to make a spark. They've been a little bit of a scoring drought, and, well, none other than the sophomore getting to a spot.
Yeah, that'll be back to Inland Lakes there. The pass just a little bit out of control between Beal and McCafferty. So for the first points that Inland Lakes has scored in about 3.5 gain moments, gets them back in the lead by 2. Also kind of stops for a brief moment anyway, the East Jordan momentum that they've been building. Not before Malpas gets another takeaway, and that'll be a foul as Green tried to get it back. That'll be his 3rd this half.
Yeah, that was I think that was a technical foul where he did technically foul him, but, you know.
Good play on words.
Yeah, I don't know if he really should have got that, especially, with 3. But at the end of the day, you're Mason Green. You know how important you are to your team. You got to stay disciplined.
Yep. So he will be sitting the bench if the Inland Lakes Bulldogs have a good mindset about him. He'll be sitting on the bench for the rest of the half. Again, 3 fouls there on their most productive players. A big shot against their team right now. Speaking of big shot, 3-pointer falls away by Webb. Well short.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Robinson might have got a finger on that.
Could have. Opposing 3-point try falls off the heel from Hayden Ridley on the Bulldog side. Webb, pass off to the corner from Beal. No good on that 3-point attempt. Back the other way.
I would have liked to see Webb drive that one. I do appreciate him trying to find his open man in the corner, but he had that lane wide open, and he can finish through contact 9 out of 10 times, and that's a bucket to tie the game.
Trying to force his way in there, and Andre Bradford gets it off to Ryder Lebrecht rather, my apologies. 2 points on the board. And back to a 4-point Bulldog lead.
Tough finish from Lebrecht over Malpas, who had a few inches on him.
At very least. Just under 3 minutes to go, and there you go. Mr. Malpas making his presence known once again. Gets it back within 2.
Beautiful backdoor cut. Defense, keeping his defense on its toes. I believe that puts Malpas actually at 10 points now, Shane.
I would agree. Fenstermaker working his way around the arc. Finds Ridley. Thought about it. He'll pass it off instead. Again, maintaining that 2-point lead. The best East Jordan's been able to do after being down 10 is to tie. Fenstermaker left open. That one falls away. Ridley.
Wow. That's just the effort there by the sophomore, Xander Robinson.
Wow.
He has been very impressive, Shane. And I did see him hit a dunk in pregame, so it's something to throw out there if he's got an open lane.
Instead of opposing banjos, we'll have opposing dunks as that 3 goes in and out.
Wouldn't that be a treat?
Wouldn't that be? How about that? It's been a long time since I've seen a dunk, at least since midway through the season last year.
Let alone an alley-oop.
Yeah, that's also true. Pushing his way in. Nice mid-range J there for Mr. Lebrecht. 4 points for him on the evening. Inland Lakes, for all that East Jordan's put up a fight so far, able to extend this lead back to 6 points. East Jordan trying to match up with their intensity. Another 3-pointer. That one goes in just what the doctor ordered, this time from Brady Wilson.
You know, I was just about to say, Shane, both teams have gone a little bit cold from 3, and then Brady Wilson says, well, I'll heat that right back up.
He's like, oh, just bite your tongue there, Jared. Let me show you what I've got. A foul call here. And that'll be on Max Beal. That'll be his first, team's second here. Each team with 2 fouls apiece, so nobody will be getting automatically to the free throw line, at least in this half, with 1 minute and a second to go. That'll be a kick ball there, Andre Bradford. Trying to make the pass, but right there in front of him was Hadley McCafferty.
Coaches will never be mad at that one.
No. Saves possession. Fenstermaker into Bradford. Round we go. Robinson with a clean block there from Beal.
Beal did a great job trailing there. He let Xander think that he's going to have a nice little floater game there and just sat right behind him, stalking him, waiting for his prey.
Nice. Okay. All right. Another knocked ball away by East Jordan. Keeps it at this end for the 4th time for Inland Lakes to try and make a bucket here.
Starting to look like a soccer match.
I know. Bradford not able to connect there on the layup. Ooh, just saving that one from going out of bounds was Wilson. As we quickly go up court, 38 seconds to go in the half. Working through traffic. Nice job there, the find from Malpas to McCafferty.
Yeah, Malpas drew about the whole dang Bulldogs defense and found it open McCafferty, and beautiful play by Malpas.
Yes, indeed. It is a real treat watching this team play, especially someone that likes Malpas. And McCafferty putting his name on the board, gets a steal there, going all the way, drawing the foul, Mr. Wilson.
Wilson had the 2 trailers there, and kind of think he thought to himself, well, I'm most likely going to get a bucket, an and one, or a foul. And, well, looks like his odds ever were in his favor as he's on the charity stripe.
That's right. That confidence pays off, something I can think of a couple teams need to work on here that we call for next level broadcasting. This first one goes in, ties the ball game, and hey, this could be the chance to take the lead. Brought to you by Brady Wilson here at the charity stripe as Jim goes dead silent. There it is for the first time this game after being down by as much as 10. East Jordan pulls ahead by 1 skinny little point with 15.5 seconds to go here in the half. There'll be a full timeout taken by the Bulldogs. We're going to step away here for a brief moment. Come back on the other side of this. Stay tuned.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back. 15.5 seconds to go here in the half. East Jordan pulls ahead by 1 thanks to Brady Wilson and his 2 free throws. Forced to pick it up there. Lebrecht finds Bradford. It'll be Fenstermaker, who had a big shot earlier in this game. 5 seconds to go. That one well off the mark. I think the East Jordan bench had a hand in that. Did the false count off, and kind of an early uncalculated shot there with 3.5 seconds to go in the half. Went well past the basket. And East Jordan, well, speaking of well past, Peel threw one just a wee bit too high for good old McCafferty to try and grab out of the air.
Yeah, I think as you mentioned, that's the home field advantage, home court advantage, I guess you could say, for basketball, showing its effect.
It's Bradford with the 3. That one just off. So that'll take care of things, ladies and gentlemen. After a great half of play, we thought this game would be a good one, and boy, are we ever treated to one here. We already had an alley-oop. 26-25 is the score, Jared. Already 51 combined points after 16 minutes. Any thoughts here before we send it to halftime break?
Well, you know, I do have a lot of thoughts. I'll save them for more of our halftime show. Okay. Get them all together.
All right, we'll get those thoughts together, converse about things, and be back in a couple minutes on the other side of this break. Stay tuned.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more, the Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehouseCharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Welcome in. Okay. All right. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh darn it, we're having too much fun, the two of us. Jared Stamen and Shane Smith here bringing this one to you live from East Jordan in what has been one heck of a game so far. East Jordan came on top there in the most recent about 60 seconds. 26-25 again. They're in that early portion of the first quarter. They're down by as much as 14-4 or 10-point differential there. And they've stormed right back. A number of 3 points made. We've seen that on both sides of the court. But then really, obviously, the highlight play, the one that you're going to have to tell your friends and family about and go back and watch this game on, if nothing else, is the alley-oop from Mr. Ellis Malpas. And I want to bring you in, Jared, obviously, to talk about some of your thoughts here on the game so far with still another half to go. Obviously, Inland Lakes playing very strongly, just as you thought they would. And honestly, why wouldn't they? Being right there at the top of the conference, they have a lot of great returning players from last year, and they're hungry to get at the top of the mountain. They're just one game back from East Jordan right now.
I mean, this is kind of one of those stereotypical trap games, you know, if you're talking about some of the college and NBA. You know, it's an at-home game against a team that had 2 losses, you know, prior to being 4-0. You're like, okay, this team, we should win, right? You look at the common opponent was Mansalona. They beat Mansalona East Jordan by about 15, 16 points, and Inland Lakes lost by, I think, 23 points. So, you know, you're like, okay, well, we're better than this team, common opponent-wise, right? Well, I think the Inland Lake Bulldogs has something to say about that, and they took it a little personal. They had that chip on their shoulder, as you mentioned. They came out with just almost not a full knockout punch, but it was pretty darn close. I mean, it was just points, turned like steals, and that was all spearheaded by Mason Green. I think he assisted or scored on, I want to say, all of those 14 points to start the game, Shane, in that first quarter. He was just a man to be messed with, and East Jordan did a good job settling in. They took an early timeout. Tim Smith, the longtime head coach for East Jordan, was like, listen, guys, this team's hungry. You know, maybe they may have punched in the mouth a little bit. They didn't expect these Bulldogs to be playing like some dogs. And they've been adjusting. William Webb has done a good job distributing the ball. He's not been the main piece. It's been Malpas. I mean, Ellis Malpas has been a man on a mission. I think he's sitting at 10, maybe, I think 12 points in the alley-oop. He's hit a 3. He's gotten the free charity stripe. He's really done it at all 3 levels. And that's the dangerous part about this team. That's why they're 5-0 in conference play. They can really beat you if it's not Webb, it's Malapis, or Beal can has good points. Brady Wilson hit a nice 3 to kind of start this run near the end of the second quarter. So it's really pick your poison with these Red Devils.
And I want to trace things all the way back to the very beginning of kind of this East Jordan slow chip away at the lead and eventually take it over. It all started pretty much right at the beginning of the second quarter with Mr. Trevor Ennis. He came off the bench, that six-man like you like to talk about, six-man of the year type player, came in off the bench within a minute of game time, hit a big 3, and that's what really kind of started the East Jordan engine, because he had another 3 right afterwards. I believe that was Malpus that got the 3 right after Ennis.
Yes.
So that's really what kind of got this engine firing on all cylinders for East Jordan, and they made good adjustments, especially on Mason Green. Yes, he scored the lion's share of the points there in that first quarter, but they clamped down on him in the second quarter. Not only that, kept him from scoring, but they also forced a lot of extra contact around him, and he fell for it a few different times there, and he's got 3 fouls on him now, so he was not able to play the entirety almost of that second quarter and will be put out sparingly in the second half, and key moments especially, because he's in that deep foul trouble with 3 fouls already only halfway through.
Yeah, that's really the key for Inland Lakes, is just kind of settling down your leader. I mean, he's been fired up. I mean, he came in playing with the aggressive attitude, going in there, scoring all the time. And, one of the big things I got to say for Inland Lakes, for them to look for in the second half is East Jordan is double-teaming them in the paint, and it's letting guys be open from the three-point line. And in that first quarter and into that beginning of the second, they were hitting those at a good level. And it's kind of slowed down a bit, and East Jordan has only heated up more. So, if you're East Jordan and Tim Smith, you really want to make sure your guys are getting down the perimeter, because you're letting them shoot open shots. They're just not hitting them, and I don't think that's going to last all game. I mean, Inland Lakes has proven they can get hot. They've got multiple guys that can make it. Venstamaker's made a few, and you've got Robinson down in the post. You got Ryder Lebrecq. He's made, I think, 2 threes. So you just really got to watch out for that if you're the Red Devils. That's really the big key for Inland Lakes, is getting those threes to fall.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, any final thoughts here, Jared, before we send it away for one quick last commercial break before we get into the second half of action?
We're in for a darn good game, Shane. It's going to
right.
come down to the last 30 seconds, I'm telling you.
Happy to do it with you, my friend. We're going to step aside here for about a minute and a half and be back here with the second half. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, strap into your lazy boys, buckle into your couches, because we've got a fun ride ahead of us. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Stay tuned.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home, or even your visit to Charlevoix, that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Alrighty, coming into this one, the second half just about to get underway as these two teams come out to battle for 16 more minutes, sitting right at the top of the Ski Valley. Again, the records coming into this one: East Jordan 5-0 in conference play, Inland Lakes 4-1. East Jordan with a 5-1 overall record, Inland Lakes with 4-2. Lost 2 of their last games here. Inland Lakes did, looking to come back with a statement win, and they're toe-to-toe with East Jordan right now as we get underway. Fine in the corner over here to Webb. Gets it back up top. Malpas back in the game. Driving that baseline. Going up strong is Mr. McCafferty. Not able to get that one to go. Ball eventually recovered by the Bulldogs and Mr. Xander Robinson, who's been, of course, one of the big players here to begin this game.
Yeah, and a name Inland Lakes are going to get familiar with, as we mentioned a few times. Only a sophomore, so 2 more years of great basketball to play, as that shot's going to just be off the back rim.
Yeah,
but he gets his own rebound.
Hey, there you go. Off the jumper, a little bit too much mustard. Got the rebound, though, and, hey, puts the Bulldogs up by 1.
Again, that's why he's on varsity. I think this is one of the first times I've seen a sophomore besides the Charlevoix sophomore varsity team.
Yeah, right.
So credit to him.
Yeah.
Great young player.
I will say St. Francis has one freshman in particular. I can't remember his name, but has really been doing a great job as just a freshman on that squad. Another one of our teams that we cover here at Next Level. And we got a foul coming up here against the Bulldogs. That'll be on Landon Perkins, his first of the game.
The question I have to ask you, Shane, is he the best player on debatably the best player on their team, though? That's really where Xander thrives.
Sure, I agree. That'll be a foul here. That'll be on the floor before the shot even went up. And that'll be come up on number 2. Oh, no, Mason Green picking up his 4th now.
Yeah, he looks to his coach, just kind of frustrated to throw his hands up there. He's gotten a couple calls that could have gone either way, and unfortunately they did not go his way. And sitting at 4 fouls, it's a good start for the Red Devils. You hate to see that be a factor, but yeah, it's part of basketball.
The nice find off the inbound between Neal and Malpas. Gets the Red Devils up by 1. That will be a huge deficit here for the Bulldogs coming up. Their star player out with 4 fouls here with still almost the entire second half to go. That one gets right past Beal. Couple of, it's been one of the main storylines in terms of mistakes that East Jordan has had so far tonight. Turnovers off of errant passes. It's given Inland Lakes a lot of extra looks at the basket.
He's got a little excited there when he saw his teammate wide open on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you throw a good pass. As I think it was Wilson that threw in. Webb was talking to him after that. He knows how to throw a ball down the field, as we saw all year.
Oh, that's right.
The football.
Another one gets past this time McCafferty, and back at the other end of the court, Fenstermaker tried for that 3, just a hair off the mark. Coming back in, the man that's one of the guys that started it all coming off the bench, Griffin Boyer. He's provided some great minutes so far in this game.
Yeah, he's the mauler. He's the guy there's a box score you can see after every game. He might not, jump off the page, but you watch him play, and he's a defensive lineman, offensive tackle. He plays the trench position, but just for basketball. That's truly what he does.
Fenstermaker goes inside, finds Bradford. Bradford puts it up. Not able to get that one to go off a great defensive effort by Boyer and Malpas. Malpas sends it across to the far corner. The 3, that one goes off the top of the backboard and away. No good. Mr. Brady Wilson.
Open shot. Glad he took it. They're not always going to fall.
It's 100% of the shots you don't take, the old
yeah.
saying goes.
For those NBA fans out there, Dion Waiters, you'd rather go 0 for 6 than 0 for 60.
There you go. Other way around, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're right. Oops.
Oopsie. No, we're not perfect on this broadcast, that's for sure.
Goodness gracious, ain't that true.
So after 3 minutes gone by, each team only getting 1 bucket. Malpas tried to change that as it rolls away.
Yeah, could have maybe called a blocking foul there, but again, refs letting these guys play with a lot of contact.
Fenstermaker with a 3-point try, in and out, no good. That ball will stay here at this end of the court. We've got a six-legged friend. Whoop, as the camera tries to fall away. A six-legged friend here joining the broadcast booth.
He's quite rather large as well.
Yeah. That'll be Bulldog ball after Boyer was the last guy to touch it there.
He's just trying to stay warm for the winter, Shane.
That's right. He's not hurting anybody, other than maybe Jared's ego a little bit.
What?
Fenstermaker here gets it back over to Perkins. Inside, nice knock away there by Boyer. One-on-one battle. Beal stops, though. Allows the rest of his teammates to fall in behind. Another open three, and it's in. Clean swish there. Brady Wilson gives East Jordan the biggest lead they've had of the night by 4, 31-27.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him miss that wide open one just a minute ago, and he wasn't going to make that mistake twice.
And a big block here again. Oof, wow.
I could feel
Wilson
that.
putting the work in here.
I can feel that vibrate all the way up here.
I know.
East Jordan really starting to feel themselves in this, third quarter. They felt it those last 2 minutes when they cut the lead down. They went on a run, and that run's pretty much continued as the Bulldogs have only put up, I think, 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points, 5-2 start here to begin the opening 4 minutes of the game, half rather.
Malpas, I think that's might be his third kickball. He's just sitting there kind of doing jumping jacks, and they don't think they can really stop it.
Don't know if we're playing soccer or basketball sometimes. There's a nice jumper from about 5 feet back. Xander Robinson gets us back within 2.
Good job finding a spot. Very confident there. You got to get in your spot and just throw it up there. Spark your team's offense.
Webb facing some trouble there from Perkins. Gets it off, and that'll be a foul on the floor before Malpas could get it up.
Yeah, Lebrecki, he just, you can't, anytime you see a player, Shane, just with that arm slash down, I mean, it's a pretty easy call for the refs.
The old hammer, is our good buddy likes to say, Eric Huffman. Malpas feeds that one inside to Webb. Good play there. Back up by 4.
Well, Malpas is having himself the best game, at least I have seen, by a landslide, Shane. I mean, he is just dishing the ball well, finding his spot, and just seeing the court at a very high level.
Well, I couldn't agree more right now, but we have a foul coming up. That'll be on Webb. Hey. An East Jordan player getting into some foul trouble now is Webb with 3 fouls. Yeah, keep an eye on him.
He's been quiet for himself. I think he only has the 1 bucket. Actually, I'm not even sure if he has a bucket on the game.
Yeah, he just had one a moment ago, but other than that, he hasn't had much.
Oh, yeah, right. The one, the Malpas just fed him.
It's all right. Back and forth. Webb going to try again, though. Hey, if you didn't see the first one, Jared, you certainly saw that one.
Oh, I sure did. And, that's a good sign. If you can get him and Malpas playing hot, then, I mean, you might see them really start to pull away.
Yes, indeed. They extend the lead now to 6. Again, the biggest they've had now at this point throughout the entire game. Bradford losing control, gets it back over to Fenstermaker. Now we'll take it back up top. Robinson going to allow things to reset for his squad. East Jordan's bench and student section getting into this one. Now to go back the other way for the Red Devils. Coming back in, this is the man who started it all here with a big 3. Trevor Ennis back in the ball game.
Yeah, he's subbing in for Webb, and just pretty much you don't really lose much when he gets on the court. A lot of times when you get a guy from the bench, it's like, all right, let's make this guy shoot shots. He's not warmed up, but Ennis is always ready.
He's right.
Sitting on that bench ready for his number to be called at any moment.
And the next man up mentality certainly works well here in East Jordan. Yeah, as we've got Griffin Boyer going up to the free throw line. Had good hesitation, waited for the contact as he went up. And that foul will be coming on Mr. Ryder Lebrec. That's his second. Team's 4th. So 1 more foul, and East Jordan will have guaranteed trips to the free throw line here. 2:22 to go in the 3rd. Tanner Howard coming in to give Lebrec a rest on the bench. First free throw goes in. There goes 1 for 2. Malpas goes sky high, gets the rebound, and that'll be a travel call.
Trying to argue with the refs there a little bit, but ref didn't even look at him, didn't even give him the time of day.
Yep, it was the right call. Mr. Tom Johnson down here He has more experience than probably both of the refs with him combined. There's that one. We'll go back the other way. East Jordan faithful happy about that.
And that's, again, just the effort by Brady Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, that was he didn't have the matchup against Landon Perkins, a little bit shorter than him, but he played bigger at foul call, and he's going to be shooting 2 free throws, and one of the best free throw shooters on the team. Likely 2 points for 2.
Well, hopefully we don't give him the old announcer's curse.
Yeah, Shane, first time I said it on my basketball game, it happened, and, well, it looks like it's going to happen again.
Uh-huh.
I was about to say, I don't know how much I believe it, and, well,
here we go.
seeing is believing.
There you go. Perkins picks up his second foul of the game. 0 for 2 instead of 2 for 2 there. Oh, shit. Well, Ridley feeds this one off to Robinson. He'll try his hand all the way into the paint. Gets it back off to Fenstermaker. Too much mustard there. Oh, I apologize. That was Landon Perkins. And it'll be Perkins picking up his 3rd foul. It's a 6 foul count here against the Bulldogs to 1 for East Jordan. And visiting Bulldogs fans below us not exactly thrilled about the lack of parity right now between the two teams. But at least East Jordan not able to capitalize on the most recent free throw attempts, going 0 for 3.
Yeah, and that's not a disparity in the way the refs are calling the game. It's just they're playing a little reckless right now. They started the game a little reckless. Just they're trying to play with too much tenacity, but it's not really focused in on anything. And that's leading to multiple fouls and miscues, which is why they're down 7.
Beal saved that one from going out of bounds. It's the Malpas working all the way and going up strong, delivering the mail. And the Red Devils are up by 9.
And to those Bulldogs, happiness, they are 1 for 6 in their free throws this quarter.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's one thing, of course, that's really keeping them in the game. And a couple of points here would go a long way. Andre Bradford does just that. A nice mid-range J floats that one in.
Been quiet since the first, and if there's time to get going, it's right now.
Back to a 7-point differential, 38-31. Step back 3 from the corner, up and over the basket, no good by Ennis.
That's a tough shot.
The biggest lead either team had was, again, midway through the first quarter. Bulldogs were up by 10, 14-4. Red Devils have gotten close to that at a 9-point lead, back within 7. As that one goes up and over the basket and right into the hands of Beal and company. And a little back and forth. Beal drills it in off the Brady Wilson assist.
Beautiful transition offense. Tim Smith's got a big smile on his face. Couldn't drawn it up any better.
A great start here for the Red Devils in the second half. Maintain a 9-point lead with 33.3 seconds to go. Exactly 1/3 of a minute. Oh, no. My apologies. That'd be of 100. Never mind. A little over half a minute to go. See, our math here tonight is excellent. This is Next Level Broadcasting math provided to you by, we'll have to get a math sponsor to tutor Jared and I tonight. Anyway, your thoughts here, Jared.
Well, it's kind of what we saw near like I mentioned, the end of the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. They went on a run, East Jordan did, and that run has continued. Just the, Mason Green not playing, it's really showing. I mean, he's the leader offensively and just the point guard. I mean, when you're missing your point guard who can dish the ball, draw double teams, find the open guy, and that guy's not on the floor, and you're also in foul trouble, and when you foul, they're going to the free throw line. It's not a good recipe for success.
So a question for you, Jared.
Yeah.
With Mason Green's situation as it is right now, would you try and put him in right at the beginning of the fourth quarter to try and get anything back you can out of this deficit? And if he follows out with still 5-6 minutes to go in the game, so be it. At least you put him out there to try and get the game closer? Or do you hold off as long as you can and bring him in, say, midway through the fourth?
I think during the break that you have in the third quarter, you draw up multiple plays for whoever your backup point guard is to try and chip away to this lead to a point where maybe around the 4 to 5 minute mark, Mason Green can come in and hopefully play the rest of your game and be that impact player that he was in the first quarter.
Okay. So Malpas picks up his first foul of the game, team's second this quarter. First free throw is missed by Robinson. Second one goes in and out.
And also those free throws got to fall.
Yes. Those were two very important points to have in this game when there's nobody pressuring you. But again, the pressure of the moment and everybody's eyeballs on you as you're at the free throw line can make it equally difficult.
Oh, yeah.
East Jordan content to go with the final shot here of the quarter. Again, 9-point lead. Biggest was a 10-point difference, and a nice interception there by Robinson. Will stop the bleeding for at least a moment. 40-31 is a score through 3. We're going to step aside for one more commercial break and be back on the other side of this.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
And welcome back. Hey, everybody tuning in from home. Final 8 minutes goes up on the scoreboard. 9-point difference, 40-31. East Jordan gaining control of this game slowly but surely, especially with Mason Green not able to make much of an impact, especially in this entire second half so far. Sitting out with 4 fouls right now.
Yeah, and he's not on the court yet, I think.
Bradford waits, draws the contact.
I think Coach Newman, I'd like to think maybe he heard me up here and it's like, oh, maybe this guy knows a thing or two. I mean, maybe.
Well, he'd like to think. I'm kidding. Yes, you do know a lot. I mean, you eat, sleep, and breathe basketball and football. And so it makes you a very valuable part of this company, apart from your generally good nature, I suppose, when you want to be, and your helpfulness on the tech side of things.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm glad those are your words because I don't know if that's how I would say. But
well, Beal not able to get the 3 to go in. Tried to get the putback there, McCafferty. That one also fell away.
Yeah, Beal's not been too hot from that 3-point line. You know, he's a little bit streaky, I will say, and he's got a little bit of a broke shot. He makes it work, but it's not the prettiest.
I might know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm again telling from experience there. Oof.
3 ball up and away was a little bit too hard there by Perkins. The Elijah Perkins. Red Devils just gonna take their time to get a good setup here. Try and get this lead into double digits. Make it all the tougher for the Bulldogs to get back in without Green being out there, and McCafferty off the dish from Malpas gets 2 on the board.
Just lulled the defense to sleep there, and they just got distracted, and McCafferty just snuck right by there.
So that does make the biggest lead of the game by 11. 3 different attempts here by 2 different players. That was between Bradford, I believe Howard down there, to try and get couple points on the board, but no success. Although we do have the 4th foul coming up here on William Webb, so that'll be problem spot here for the Red Devils. Each team missing a big player, big part of their floor, starting 5 out for each side.
Yeah, one team, though, does have an 11-point cushion.
That is true. And Ennis comes back in. Malpas gets the block.
Here we go,
fellas.
Watch
out. Oh, not able to go. He jumped up just a little bit too early. Darn it.
Yeah, he's got a smile on his face. I think he knew he just got a little bit antsy there.
Yep. Oh, he had the moment. Ball being pinballed around here. Oh, my gosh. Malpas absolutely chucks it off poor Andre Bradford.
Well, for my NBA fans, a couple weeks ago, we saw Desmond Bain do the same thing. And I think he might have gotten a tech for that one in the NBA because he really hurled it at him. If anyone saw that was pretty crazy. But it's a basketball IQ play, you know. Good job by Malpas. You want the ball back. You don't want to give it to the other team. Come on. Sacrilegious.
With some authority, I suppose. Sure, yeah. So that'll be enough for Coach Smith to pull him off for a minute. Okay there, pal. Just take a breather. Cool down for a minute. We're up by 11. Just sit out for a moment. So that'll bring Boyer back in. Going all the way. Not able to get that to fall, but there on the clean job was McCafferty. That's 0 for 2 on this trip. Brady Wilson started that mess.
Well, and Mason Green is back on the court, something that I just noticed, and he was very close to drawing that foul. They're going to call it on Landon Perkins, which is Landon Perkins' fourth. I was going to say, I know he's getting up there as well, but you had to have a player get fouled out. Perkins is a quality player, but Mason Green is truly a stud out there.
So there'll be 2 players with 4 fouls here for the Bulldogs, 1 for East Jordan.
And what was a clean game, I mean, I think it's the fouls are, there's not a lot of fouls, but it's just been certain players that have been foul prone.
Right. LeBart comes in here for Fenstermaker. Wilson on the inbound. That one went off.
And Brady Wilson's got to be a little frustrated. He's had a couple passes that have just kind of gone off the fingers of his teammates that would have given him an assist. He's missed out on 2 of them this game.
Just a little too hot for Boyer to handle there. No points scored for Inland Lakes to begin this 4th and final quarter. Another missed opportunity there by Robinson. East Jordan gets it right back. Beal will hold on to things, allow everybody to get set up, but another errant pass gets taken away by Green.
Yeah, just trying to force that one a little bit too much. You've got the cushion, but got to still play smart.
And there you go, the foul coming up on Boyer.
Well, you know, speaking of Boyer and hands, you know, during this football season, during senior night, he actually, near the end of the game, had a tip drill, fell right into his hand, so he took it back to the crib for a pick 6, probably the lone one in his career. But it was a very exciting moment. I remember it very vividly, as I'm sure he does.
Yeah, that'll be something that lasts with him forever, and rightfully so. Wibb, again, with 4 fouls, will be back in, giving Ennis his place back on the pine. 4:47 to go in the ball game on the other side of this free throw attempt. 11 points separates the 2 teams.
Free throws have been an issue.
Yeah. 0 for 4 on the 2 most recent trips here for Inland Lakes. That would have really helped their cause, as neither team has done any scoring the last about 2.5 game minutes.
Yeah, they played with a lot of intensity early on, and I think, you know, after about almost a month off of basketball.
Oh, there you go. Wilson finally drills in a 3.
Well, it might be a little bit lacking, but other than Brady Wilson, I would say his engine has been running from the first minute of the game until now. He's definitely got himself in double digits.
Yeah. 14-point differential, 45-31. Andre saves that one. And a kind of a soft layup attempt there by Green. Not enough to get it even close to the rim. Jump ball scenario will favor the Bulldogs here, so they need to capitalize on this trip to their own basket if they want to keep within at least some sort of hopeful striking distance of this lead. But now with Malpas coming back out onto the floor, that's going to make things all the more difficult.
Yeah, you've got your starters out there if you're East Jordan. And they're just trying to really shut down any sort of comeback attempts. That 3 by Wilson might be the dagger that killed the Bulldog.
Another takeaway here, going all the way up. Wilson, the 5 most recent points. The assists will go to William Webb. And that'll be a timeout called by head coach Newman for the Bulldogs. That'll be a full timeout, so we will take a moment here, take a timeout right along with them, come back in about 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
with unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
You want? Alrighty, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Stamen, Shane Smith here, bringing this one to you live from East Jordan, a 47-31 ball game. Jared, we just had our good friend Tom Clemenson, who we've each called some games with over the last several months, text in.
Yeah, he gave his thoughts on the game, and Tom, I can't really disagree with what your analysis was. It's just been Inland Lakes has had a trouble passing, and when they're playing the length of East Jordan, they don't really have the size right now to compete. I mean, it's just, you see it on the court. I mean, Malpas has got a good few inches on the tallest player for the Bulldogs. And also, when you have your engine of the offense, Mason Green, essentially sit the whole second half, I mean, it's been showing. I mean, they had 14 points in the first quarter and 6 points in the whole second half. Mm-hmm. And that's a large credit to number 2.
Of course, Tom Clemenson, a proud graduate of Inland Lakes High School. Only a couple decades ago, right, Tom?
I don't even know if it was that long.
No.
I think it was pretty recently.
It might have been. There you go. Beal, his patience all game long has been rewarded. Finally gets a couple more points on his tally this evening.
Yeah, another guy, not a big box score guy, but just plays his heart out every game, gives good defensive minutes, and just a hard worker.
Inland Lakes held to zip pretty much through this entire fourth and final quarter. Maybe 2 points was all that they've been able to muster. Oh, Malpas thought about loading up for Bear on the 3. Instead, he'll pass it off to his number 3 teammate, William Webb. He'll take it back out to the logo, allow things to reset. 2:53 to go in the ball game.
Just lost his foot.
Yeah. Webb punches things right back. How
pretty
about
good
that?
recovery. He was just on the floor about 2 seconds ago and then making a steal. And on the left side of the Bulldog was the length of Malpas, and he's got a fair amount of blocks for a good reason.
Webb there again will go get a block onto his tally, and Tom just texted in once again. His graduating year from Inland Lakes was 1990, same as our counterpart as well, Eric Huffman. He and Eric both went to school at big opposing schools back in the day. Eric was a Harbor Springs Ram. And, of course, they were in the Ski Valley back then with the Inland Lakes Bulldogs. So those two go back at it sometimes like a Bulldog and Ram might, as you would imagine. 2 great members of our Next Level Broadcasting crew. Happy to know the both of them.
Absolutely. It's been an honor working with them this year. They're balls of knowledge, always helping me learn. Eric Huffman, if we're going to mention him, 25 years as a basketball head coach.
Yeah.
If you say, I eat, sleep, breathe basketball, whatnot, he'll be saying things, and it sounds like he's saying in a different language. I will nod and be like, yes, that sounds right.
Yeah. Both free throws in by the Bulldogs there, and both Eric and Tom, of course, many years in the radio and entertainment industry. So they really helped to teach a couple of youngsters like us how to even operate a broadcast like this. Is another missed opportunity on the dunk there. It was a bit of a block by the Bulldogs. Man, Malpas having a tough night tonight. He's looking to have one more big moment. Oh, but the moment is never too big for Xander Robinson. Wow, when the Bulldogs find themselves down by 16, Robinson lasers one in from about 4 paces behind the arc. For what it's worth, brings it back within 13 as Beal tries to put 2 more on the board for the Red Devils. As we get to about minute 53 to go, the 49-36 score as Green works this one over to Andre Bradford on the baseline. Tries the reversal, no good. Good rebound, and from the same spot, that one falls away from Howard as well.
Those are just back-to-back tough shots. I understand you're trying to get back in this game, but you kind of need a 3, and when you have 3 Red Devils on 2 Bulldogs, that means you got someone out in the corner.
Hey, Max Beal left open. That one bounces around and away. And a three-pointer block there by Malpas.
Looks effortless from him sometimes.
I know. Robinson tried to get that one in. That was Green this time, trying his hand at the long ball. Falls away. Jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the Red Devils.
And it seems to be all smiles from the Red Devils. I think they can really sense the taste of victory, and I think they've sensed it for the last little bit, because I've seen some smiles from Malpas. He's missed a couple flashy plays near the end, and he's just out there having fun. I think it's nice for these guys to get back on the court after a long break.
We'll have a timeout called quickly by Coach Smith, a 30-second timeout. Do we have anybody checking in on our YouTube chat line by chance? No? Well, we do appreciate everybody tuning in this evening to what has been an overall very fun game. I know Jared and I have had plenty of laughs, plenty of thrills over the course of this one. Pretty much lived up to everything we expected. Thought it might be a little bit closer, but again, without Mason Green out there on the court, getting foul trouble early, that really stymied some of Inland Lake's efforts.
Yeah, the story of the second half was, I think, within the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, Mason Green picked up that second foul, and then he didn't come back into the game until about 5 minutes in the fourth. And at that point, the Red Devils kind of took over. And it's a shame, because I think we were in for what would have been a treat. But even if Mason Green would have kept playing, as Tom did mention, the length and just the passing ability of the Red Devils, I think, would just overmount what Mason Green can truly do.
Especially when you have someone like Brady Wilson come out of the woodwork this game and really provide some quality points, especially in the second half. A little quieter in the first half, really got some nice buckets here, especially in the latter half of the third and into the fourth quarter. And that'll be a cheap foul here with 36.5 seconds to go. Coming up against the Bulldogs, and that'll be on Xander Robinson.
Yeah, William Webb just kind of dribbling around there, looking like Curry, just kind of dribbling through a few defenders, maybe trying to draw a foul, maybe throwing up a three.
Webb here on the inbound, looking for someone. Finds McCafferty. Final 30 seconds here of this one, ladies and gentlemen. And there will be another foul. The fifth and final. Bit of a frustration foul there from Green, I imagine.
Yeah, he wanted to be on that court as long as he could have, and unfortunately he pretty much only got to play a half a game because he had those two early fouls in the first, near the end of the first, that he sat the last 2 minutes. And when you're in that foul trouble and you're a good player, the coach has to kind of respect it and have you sit. And players hate it, but it's kind of the way you got to do it.
Yeah. Nice feed from Webb to Boyer to get probably the final 2 points of the game for East Jordan. They get up to 51. And we've got a hurt player down here. We'll pan away, give him his privacy there. Xander Robinson on the floor. A lot of pain there. Looks to be in his knee. It's already bandaged up, or maybe his calf just below. Oh, looks like hopefully he's just cramping. That would be the best case scenario here. You never want to see any young man, no matter whether you're an East Jordan Red Devil fan or a Bulldog fan from Inland Lakes, you never want to see anybody get hurt at this age.
Oh, no. But, I mean, the early signs I do think are a cramp. He's skipping it off. I've pulled my calf once or twice, so I unfortunately know the pain he might be in. And the best way I can describe it, Shane, if you've never pulled your calf, it's like if you're running and someone gets a lacrosse ball, which for those who may not know is basically a tennis ball that is solid rubber, and someone just chucks it as hard as they can at the back of your calf. That's really that's the best way I can describe the way it feels. Very unpleasant.
I imagine. As we have the final 6 seconds to go, thankfully, again, walked off under his own power. Webb's going to hold on to it. And the final score here in East Jordan will be 51-36. A great game. East Jordan going to stay at the top of the mountain here in the Ski Valley Conference. No Avalanche tonight as they go 6-0 in conference play and improve their record to 6-1. And the Lakes will fall to 4-3, losing their last 3 straight, and fall to 4-2 in conference play.
Yeah, it was a great first half, as we mentioned near the end. Kind of did a little post game, kind of before the game was going over. Fouls just hurt them. Mason Green not being there, it's like taking an engine out of a car. it's not going to run very well. You might be able to push it somewhere, and they tried, and it was Xander Robinson trying to take a lot of that load, but he's still a sophomore. I'm assuming this is most likely his first year on varsity, so only played 6 games trying to get his legs under him. As you can see, actually, him and Tim Smith talking to each other, making sure he's all right. And like you said, you don't want to see a young man get hurt, but unfortunately it does happen. It's physical game. They played physical. It's a conference game. Bulldogs certainly knew what was on the line. You could tell from the moment the tip-off started with the intensity they played with. And, it's just credit to East Jordan, man. They're a good team.
Yeah,
They're hard to beat. I mean, there's a reason they've only lost 1 game, and I don't know how many more they're going to lose throughout this season. I think the Ski Valley Conference is certainly theirs to lose.
No doubt about it. A great team and a great game here tonight. And you mentioned earlier 6 games, Jared. We have 6 games on the Next Level Broadcasting universe over the next 2 nights.
Oh, yeah.
So keep updated here. Be sure to, I believe you can follow on the Next Level Broadcasting website. www.nextlevelbroadcasting.net, but also across all 5 of our YouTube pages. We're on social media with Instagram and Facebook as well, so you can keep updated with everything here with Next Level Broadcasting and tune in to 6 more great high-quality games over the course of this week. But I think that'll take care of it for us here in East Jordan. Again, 51-36, the final score. The Red Devils maintain their first place position in the Ski Valley Conference. And for Jared Stamen and myself, Shane Smith, we will call it a night here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe out there with the incoming weather over the next few days, and we hope to see you back here soon. Have a great night.